Seekers are moving in. 4-engine room and rocket chopper players do not like it. In today's video, we are going to be showcasing my Captain Borealis account successfully hitting rank 19 using the Seekers and Warships Season 42. So much fun. Let's do this. Good morning, good afternoon, and yes, good evening, Skull Army and friends. It's your boy, your friendly neighborhood Skull Crusher, coming right back at you with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, Saturday, January the 7th, 2023, week 1, day 6 of season 42. So much fun, and if you are 4-engine room, the Seekers are taking over. And Captain Borealis just absolutely crushing rank 19 on stream today. Not only that, but of course we did take the shorter path in 4-engine room to get to the Seekers. Now that will save you some keys, and you do pick up some key nodes along the way, with that being the gunboat energy and the boom cannon. And then of course Seekers will be right after that. GBE becomes very effective because you will be able to utilize more for artillery, especially if you do have artillery. It does make, you know, scouting for those shock mines and then utilizing your artillery on those shock mines that much easier, because the GBE allows you to use more artillery to clear more shock mines. So GBE is a blessing. And of course, you know, 4AR right now most likely is coming down to either, you know, you're using rocket choppers or you're using Seekers here. So going top path also does unlock the boom cannons, which is a great counter to what? Well, the rocket chopper players. And of course our Seekers, the golden ticket right here. And after Seekers, it will lead us right to 5-engine room. And what I like about Borealis is right now is 17 minutes we will be ready for our next chest. I'm not going to collect that. I will wait the next 8 hours, and then when I do go live tomorrow with this account here, we're going to be picking up those chests and going 5-engine room live. Unfortunately, I will not be picking up the cryo bomb, but we're going to see how that does play out. So if you are thinking about going 5-engine room without cryo bomb, definitely make sure you tune into tomorrow's live stream, which I will be showcasing with Captain Borealis here. Then of course cryo bomb will be an absolute blessing when it does come to clearing those mines here. So here we are, 4-engine room. I do want to give a shout out to Pete Minstrel, who did send me the layout here, which I did build. I believe it does belong to Gabriel from Join at Your Own Risk. So shout out to Gabriel, and shout out to our friends over at Join at Your Own Risk here. But this layout has worked for me. We're going to showcase the log right here, which is an impressive somewhat. Actually, that's not impressive. Impressive is like, you know, 8 wins, 9 wins. Perfect. That's decent right there. That's a 6-4. So that's 6 wins with 4 losses right there. And I do want to give a shout out to Andromeda, Heisenberg, Commander, and of course our friend right over here as well. I did beat Andromeda yesterday, and she came right back today and took those stars back. I told you, Andro, you would do that, and you, of course, you crushed it. So big shout out to Andromeda. Peace, love, and of course respect. This guy, I'm not sure who he is, but he killed it. 305 to 308. I thought I won with a 305 right there, but of course 308, 3 seconds faster. GG, my friend Heisenberg, my fellow sugar shipper. I did fizzle pretty bad. I left 2 engine rooms. GG, buddy. And of course Commandor, battle of the fizzlers. Unfortunately, I just fizzled worse. I left 2 engine rooms, and Commandor left 1 here. So before we do go in and start showcasing the replays here, the Seeker attack strategy, please do not forget to leave a like on today's video. It does mean the absolute world to me, does help the channel grow, and of course, yes, it does appease our YouTube algorithm overlords. We're going to start things off with Tinus here, 315 to 238. Now this attack strategy I would not recommend. You notice that we got Brick and 1 boat of Heavies coming out on that left side of the ramp there. We're literally dumping all our artillery on that top right engine room. That's a big no-no right there, because that leaves nothing left over to manage and deal with your shock mines. And you can see my Seekers are literally running into everything. But the good thing about having that GBE node maxed is it literally just takes 1 engine room to go down to have enough GBE left over to finish off that last engine room. And after that, we've got Mad Mike Invest here. Mad Mike invested, fizzle, and leave 1 engine room. And as you can see on this one, we still haven't learned. The ABR strategy is coming up here. You can see, actually, we're somewhat learning here. We got Brick and that 1 boat of Heavies coming out with multiple artillery actually clearing shock mines here. And I believe this was 4 boats of Seekers on that far right side and 3 boats of Seekers on the far left side. Beautiful takedown, a nice even split. We had the Seeker support from the left come over to, sorry, the Seeker support from the right come over to the left. And just like that, I believe this literally came down to 2 Seekers. Sometimes that's all it takes. This is where I believe we fine-tune the ABR strategy. And the ABR strategy is essentially 2-6. 2 Seekers left, 6 Seekers right, meaning you drop 2 boats of Seekers on the left side, 6 boats of Seekers on the right side. You're going to use your scout time accordingly and scout for those shock mines. You're going to utilize your artillery to clear those shock mines, and then you just manage using your shocks as needed. And if you time your brick with, your Seekers at times, you can actually fire off those iron wills, which does come in handy. ABR strategy, massive shout out to ABR for this one. So brick coming out on that right side. Flare coming out to direct brick to the top right engine room. 1 artillery, 2 artillery. We've got those 2 boats of Seekers coming out on the left. 6 boats of Seekers coming out on that right side. And of course, we've got more artillery coming out on that right side, clearing multiple shock mines in the path here. And the whole point of this is to just get those 2 boats of Seekers to clear that mid left engine room. And now we're just managing the right side here. Since we cleared all the shock mines, all I have to do is cycle my shocks accordingly here and let the Seekers just transition from engine room to engine room. And that was just absolutely flawless. Look at that beautiful pocket right there with the Seekers firing away. Boom goes the dynamite. ABR, beautiful strategy. And now we've got Axel over here. Big shout out to Axel. 319. Beautiful time to 301. So again, you can see brick coming out on that right side. Not only that, but we've got multiple artilleries clearing mines, not only on the left side, but the right side as well, coming up the top left and top right. And so we're flaring again to direct brick. I don't think the flare is necessary here. Once again, if you can time the Seekers where brick is in range, you can fire off an iron will. But again, now this is all about managing your 6 boats of Seekers on that right side, pretty much taking out, mid right, top right, and then top left. So they're ping-ponging 1 ER to the next ER to the next ER. You've scouted properly. You've cleared your shock mines. So there always might be 1 or 2 shock mines underneath the sky shield, but you should still have masses of Seekers left over that it should not really matter. And just like that, this is what it should look like when you are executing it perfectly. Boom goes the dynamite. And of course, after Axel, we've got Za1 here, another 319, back-to-back 319s to 251. Most these 4-corner engine room layouts looking the same here. Now, this one, we actually switched it up. The sky shield kind of scared me on that top right side. So we've actually got the 2 boats of Seekers coming out on the right side, and then the 6 boats of Seekers coming out on the left side on this layout here. Now, we're using our artillery as best as we can to clear those shock mines here. You can see those 2 boats of Seekers on the right doing an excellent job dropping that mid-right engine room, cycling a shock back on that left side, pinning down the critter launcher. Critter launchers can be absolute nuisances for your Seekers, but we still have tons of Seekers left over, so this one is actually working out great. Great transition from mid right to top right. Now we're going to top left here. Couple shock mines that we are clipping underneath, but again, the masses should still be working together here if you are clearing your shock mines accordingly. And this came down to a beautiful handful deep in the red, but nonetheless, boom goes the dynamite. And the glorious boss fight back to 19 here. I do want to give a shout out to Mac10-101 here, who was actually watching the stream when this did happen here, but this was probably my fastest time, one of my fastest times. I believe we were faster. I don't have faster than 322 in the log here, but boss fight to rank 19 here. Mac 10, GG buddy, you did phenomenal, my friend, but unfortunately we were just that much faster. 322 to 225 here. Again, the ABR strategy at its finest here. We've got brick coming out on that far right side of the ramp. Our 2 boats of Seekers coming out on the left. Follow up 6 boats of Seekers on the right, utilizing our artillery to clear shock mines accordingly in the Seeker pathing. 2 boats of Seekers on that left side, take out that mid-left engine room. Mission accomplished. And now, since we cleared our shock mines as best we can, we manage the 6 boats of Seekers on the right side. Beautiful shock point right there, pinning down multiple splash damage defenses with the machine guns and the flamethrowers there. Follow-up shock on the splash damage defenses. Majority of the Seekers making it there, and just a beautiful takedown. Very aggressive, very fast here. Look at that. Mac 10, I would recommend you move that shock mine back. Boom goes the dynamite, and GG, my friend. And just like that, Seekers not only are taking over, but they're moving in. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are of Seekers when it comes to a 4-engine room for Warship Season 42. So much fun. We will officially be wrapping up today's video. Now, I think it's time to make like a Tom and cruise. We'll catch you on tomorrow's stream. Peace!